Hey y'all, it's Susie Simonson, co-founder of OPWP. Super excited to share the heart behind the design for our Level Up OP journal. So here it is. This is our, oh, it's blurry. There we go. Here's our January journal. We have a monthly journal that it goes through. It is bullet journal style. It's got planning pages. It's got tracking pages. And it is designed as a time capsule. So to be able to go through, to go back, ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna show these as you're saying that, because these are, I described my handful. It's been so fun to use them as a time capsule. Like, these are all from last year.
Hey, fearless.
Fearless. Yep. They're not all here, but here's the very first one. Like, been using them for a whole year. So I'm super excited. And the design has been upgraded to some shifting with it, level up instead of OPWP. So it's got the new look to it.
Yeah.
So wanted to show those, Suze. Really excited about hearing about the level up.
Yeah, and a couple things about the design of the journal. The binding is on top, OP, on purpose, and that is meant to be used, or what's the word? Good for lefties. My sister is a lefty and she always complains about the binding. And so, so had lefties in mind. And then we will be creating digital copies where it can be filled in digitally for people that are differently abled, or you just want a digital copy instead of a printed copy. So we are working on that and super excited to share with you the heart behind the design. So I'm going to plug in my computer because it's about to die. So Beck, do you want to fill for a second?
Yeah, I'm going to fill for a second and say Kelly Fox and Susie Simonson, we're taking a picture right now because you're here for the Behind the Design January. Yay.
Yay. Okay, plugged in, ready to go.
Plugged in, turned down, let's go.
Yes. So Beck had mentioned that we have changed, instead of OPWP journal, it's the Level Up Journal. And so this is so that everyone who wants to level up their life, that's what this is about. It's about keeping track of where you are, being honest and real and raw about where you are, where you're starting, so that you can see where you're going. You can plan out, you can plot out where you're wanting to go. And then you can go back to those months and say, you know, what was my goal? Where was I going with that? So first we do reflections, always reflections, because to know where we are, we've got to know where we've been. So where was I present? Wins I will celebrate, best connections made, grateful for, favorite moments made, vision I will build, and where was I stronger together? So the amazing thing about these questions is the OP way. And so that's our code. That's what we go by. That's what we live by. That's where we are. So it's a way to get that in your mind, to get that in your actions, is to be able to say, okay, being present, celebrate wins, make connections, grateful, give gratitude, share moments, build vision, and stronger together. So the next page is 3 months at a glance. So when we know where we want to go or where we want to be in the next 3 months, it's easier to set goals for it, and it's easier to take the action, right? So we are all about taking the action and moving forward with momentum, moving forward fearlessly, deciding where we're going to go, growing, having vision, having faith that you're going to get there, having courage to do it, right? So these line up with our action hours. These line up with taking action so that you can get there quicker. So 3 months at a glance is an awesome page to be able to use it however you want. That's the beautiful thing about the design of this, the heart behind the design of this is so that you can use it how you want and how you need. Some people put cards on here that they've received. Some people put pictures and they use it as a vision board, different pages. Some people color code. Some people don't, and they use just a normal pen. Yeah, look at
Okay,
that.
so I can show a really quick visual. Not some people, but this person definitely puts cards inside of journals as like a keepsake, right? Like my birthday is in October, so that's why October is like the heaviest journal of all, because I have all of these amazing cards that I received and love notes, and then it is literally a time capsule. What did I do in October? How was my birthday? You know, whatever I want to think about for that, and the year is down there, so it's easy to find it
Yeah.
by design.
Yes, exactly. So fill it how you want to fill it. So the next page is the current month. Okay, so it's the current month and it's important dates. So what are the important dates that you need to remember, right? So you can have it written down. There's something that happens when you have a thought that goes from your head through your heart to your hand in writing. Okay, it's different than typing, it's different than a screen, but when it goes on paper, there is something that happens. There's a connection that's made that is deeper than the screen. And so with that, write the important dates down. Write the important dates down. And then what are your intentions? Share your intentions, say your intentions. Physical health, I will be refreshed, because the theme for the month is refresh. Let's start off January, let's start off 2022 refreshed. Doesn't that just feel good? It just feels good. Refresh. Professional goals, money mindset, quality relationships. And money mindset is the smallest one that's on there on purpose. Okay, because a lot of time, like, we need to be aware of our money mindset, but quality relationships, how much do we think about those, right? So money mindset, you could put a money affirmation in there. You could put so if you can't think of anything, you could say money flows to me easily and I receive it with a smile. Money flows to me easily and I receive it with a smile. Also knowing that money is energy. So energy matches energy. So what are you doing to attract the energy of money? That is another thing that you could put in there. I attract money. As easy as that. And then look at it, read it, believe it, show up to action hours and say, okay, I need some money mindset help, some support in believing this. So personal goals, I will be refreshed. Choose how you're going to be refreshed. So then we've got our moods are connected to everything, right? So feeling and moods are different. Moods are like the inner, and feeling is kind of the surface. So what are your moods? I've got an example in here of refreshed. That is your mood refreshed? And then list out your other moods. I'm gonna be real and raw. I lost my brother in November, and I have been in a very angry mood. And I don't like it. but it's a part of grief. So I can keep track of that. I've also been in a very loving mood and a very energetic mood uh, for the new things for 2022. So those are moods that I can write down. And then what you do is you fill in the succulents with how you felt that day. So there are, back in January, are there 31 days or 30? 31. Okay, so there's 31 succulents in there. So fill those out as you feel them. And then this is new. So for all of our journal subscribers who have had a year or who have been, like 6 months, last month, whatever that looks like, we had a habit tracker that was very structured for the whole entire journal last year. So the intention behind this is to challenge us and to go deeper. And so what this is for our habit tracker is a puzzle. And so what I want you to do is I want you to fill out the habits that you'd like to either continue or to create. Okay, so they can be the same habits the whole entire year. They can be stuff that you've been working on last year, whatever you want for your habits. And what I want you to do is I want you to give it a color. And then whenever you do that habit, you color in the puzzle. So you color in one piece of the puzzle or half of the puzzle or however you want to do it. Like make a design in the puzzle. Maybe what you do too is you draw something that takes up the whole puzzle and then you color in so you can see, like, in this month, do you fill in the whole puzzle? So say you draw, say you draw a rainbow in the puzzle. Okay, so you draw that rainbow first, and then you decide on the left what habit is going to be what color, and then did you get to color in the rainbow? Right? Say you draw a flower or something like that. I just had that idea. So that was not behind the design, that was a bonus. But this is to go deeper with our habits and to know that it doesn't need to be linear, that we can be creative with our habits and with keeping track of them. And so that's what it is it's a challenge to be able to say, okay, instead of so say your habit is to drink more water. So you could color in how many, like one puzzle piece could be a bottle of water or a glass of water. And then in the same day, you could fill out a second one or a third one, right? So it's not just one time per day doing it, but it's how many times you've done the habit. Does that sit well?
Yeah, that's the one that got me the most because I liked having the little things every day. And
Yeah.
I'm like, how the flip am I gonna keep track of this now? And so I wrote down a bunch of habits that
Yeah.
I'm wanting to keep. And if I do more than 5 of them, I fill in the whole puzzle piece. And if I do less than 5, I just outline it.
Cool. Yeah.
So
And
that's how I decided.
that's awesome. Like I love that. I love the freedom of that, because that's really what this is to make the journal your own. So there's guidelines or there's the heart behind it, but make the journal your own. Beck, how about you?
No, I was interested to hear more about this page, but yeah, I like that. I was just going to show it too, but I'm excited to figure that out and decide for myself what it looks like, to have the freedom to figure that out. I like it.
Cool. I was a bit nervous about this one because we're so used to the tracker and we're so used to but I was like, okay, we're going to change it up. So going through, I love goals and I love seeing the goals and having them color coded and knowing, like keeping track of goals to be able to see where I am. I'm a very visual person. And so the heart behind the design is that we put something pretty with something that could be hard or not second nature. Goals to me are second nature. But for those of us that they're not, or keeping track of them isn't, what we do is we put something pretty with what could be tough. And so this says, I love this page. This says, life is too short to start the day with broken pieces of yesterday. Refresh, excuse me. Refresh, renew, and break through. Life is too short to start the day with broken pieces of yesterday. Refresh, renew, and break through. And then we've got a goal sheet, and it says goal, an idea of the future or desired result that is envisioned, planned, and committed to achieving, attached to a time frame. So a goal, an idea of the future or desired result that is envisioned, planned, and committed to achieving, attached to a time frame. And then we've got good, better, and best. So your good goals are what is the base? What needs to happen, right? So like, I mean, the first thing that came to my mind was if you're starting with goals and if you haven't been keeping track of them, like wake up 31 days of the month. No, that wouldn't be a good, I don't know, that doesn't work. Anyways, so what I typically talk about is like, what do you need for the roof over your head? Right? What do you need to have joy? What do you need to, like, what is needed? And then the better can be what is wanted. And then the best can be what is the bonus. So you take what you need, and then for the better, what I choose to do is I double it. And then for the best, I double that. Okay, so you're living in the bonus that you may not naturally, the place that you're in right now, you may not naturally get to the quadrupled, you know, you may not naturally get to that, but when you have good, better, best set up and you just have the formula for it, good is what you need, better is doubled, and then best is doubled from the better, then you can get there. So once you hit the good, what you can do is you can either relax or you can push for the better. Once you hit the better, you can either relax or you can push for the best. So that is good, better, best. The next one is a money page, and this is making money colorful. So no matter where you start off with your money mindset, this is how colorful are my finances this month. So what you do is you decide how much each petal will equal, and then you color in the petals as you earn them, as you receive them. Okay, so then at the end of the month, you say total earned, and then you can see how colorful your month was. So you get to choose the colors, you get to choose what it is. If you're starting, like no matter where you're starting, it can be a penny, it could be $5, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever you want it to be, right? And so you could have it like $2.50. You can make it fun, whatever you want it to be. That is it. And then I'm super excited about this page. This is new. This is an affirmation page. And so anytime you need that affirmation and encouragement, go to this page. I attract everything I desire. I'm firm in my goals. I lead and serve with enthusiasm. The background is a coloring page, and if you want to if you want to color in the boxes, go for it. So that is, yeah, Kelly Fox. Foxy.
I like this page. So I read one a day and I
Yeah.
color it in that I've read it, and then I'll color some of the plants behind it. So as I go throughout the month, it's gonna get
More
colored.
Yeah.
So yeah, so as I color it, I say it over and over and over again. And so I like this new page.
So keep this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
I don't know about the puzzle, but I like this one.
We'll keep the puzzle for at least 3 months and then we'll see because it's new. So yes. The next page is a one-liner. So how was I refreshed today? To be able to say, I was refreshed by, and what brings refreshment to you. And this is great to look back at to say, okay, when you need to be refreshed, pull out your refreshed journal and go there and say, okay, this is how I was refreshed. So I'm going to do it again. Right? So the next page is a coloring page along with the first day of the year. So it says 2022, Happy New Year. Yesterday is a memory, tomorrow is a vision. Today, well lived, makes every yesterday a memory of happiness and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Live today to the fullest. The last part of that is to honor my brother. So there's little pieces of way personal stuff in there. Next, what we've got is we've got our weekly schedule. And so we've got the month, we've got the days on here. It's really important to look at the VIP. VIP is your victory of the day, your improvement that needs to happen, and then your plan. And so we've got that for all of the weeks of the month. And Beck, I see that we're at time, but is it okay if we go further?
Yeah, I would say just wrap up how you want to wrap this up, and
Sounds good.
yeah.
Cool. So we've got connection hour. We have different hours. Oh my word. This is one of my favorites. So I'm going to skip to the coloring page. It says, be so captivated with your purpose that comparison has no place. So there's note pages, there's coloring pages. The purpose of this journal is for it to be a reflection of who you are, where you are today. So you can go back to it and you can see the time capsule of it and be able to know that in the areas that you want to grow, you can go back to this journal, right? I've taken my journals, like the things that I know that I want to keep and be able to find, even in months past. I will take one of my journals out as a notebook and I'll put it in there because I'll know that it'll be in a place that I can find it. So I'll find that idea. Right? So instead of having places, things all over the place, I have it all in one place. So I find little nooks and crannies that weren't filled out that month and I'll put it in there. So thank you so much for purchasing this journal, for investing in this. It is our baby. I dreamt of this 6 years before I first created it, and so thankful that you have it in your hands.